Welcome, Redmond Radio listeners. My name is Gabriel Calva, and I am here with my co-host Jesse. Jesse, can you say hi really quick?
Yeah, hi.
Yeah.
Right.
So this is Jesse, my co-host, and today we're going to be talking about Wellness Week because our leadership team has been talking about organizing a week dedicated to talk about mental well-being, especially since September is Suicide Awareness Month. So we kind of just want to make this episode just to highlight what we're planning on doing for the week, as well as give some facts and some possible resources. It's going to be a shorter episode than usual, but we would much rather have a concise and to the point episode than a drawn out and unnecessary episode, if that makes sense. So, Jesse, would you like to give some facts, Mr. Facts Man?
All right. Yeah. So today I'm going to show about some statistics from the CDC on mental health and mental health awareness. Some stuff they found out was that in 2017, there's an estimated 46 million adults 18 or older in the United States who had any mental illness, which represents 18% of the pop. And also that mental illnesses are more present in women than it is in men by about 7%. And it seems like also racial minorities and in mixed race people, mental health is also a lot more prevalent. And that a lot of the causes for mental health can be stressful situations or new experiences that aren't taken well. And a lot of these things can also sometimes even like all the stress that high school puts on people can cause these issues. So our school has a plan for an upcoming week called Wellness Week. And Gabe's going to share a little bit about that.
Yeah, so we have 5 days designated for from Monday to Friday, and for Monday we have Mindfulness Monday. So it as we've d- as I'm just gonna run through like what we're planning on doing and like some things that we had to talk about, right? Yeah, for Monday we have mindfulness, and mindfulness is the quality or state of being conscious or aware of something, and by that we really mean just paying attention to the present day, and being, I guess, in a way thoughtful about your interactions with other people, and as well as being mindful about yourself, thinking about how you're feeling. And some of the important things about mindfulness is that it can help improve your personal relationships, and it can improve your memory, concentration, and cognitive abilities just by being a little bit more self-conscious, right? If you uh, you can if you're being more mindful, you can also get better sleep at night, and you can have a better and you have a more general feeling of being well. And some of the things that are recommended for being more mindful are meditation, as well as keeping your mind on one thing at a time, just concentration, and also being aware and purposeful about your actions, because you don't want to, like, I mean, you don't want to do something to your friend, right? And do it just for the fun of it, if that makes sense. Don't do it because
Yeah.
you're trying to be thoughtful and think about your actions and their uh, impacts on other people. And you should also try journaling about your day, as it does help getting out some of those feelings. And we also do have. I will leave a link in the description for Redmond High School students. But we also have an appointment to talk with. We also have appointments to talk with your counselor. So we'll leave a description down in the description, and some of the things that uh, you could definitely do, like immediately off the bat, to practice mindfulness is, like I said, try journaling and meditation, since those really do help. I can admit, like, that's helped a lot, and uh, I hope it does help you guys too. The next day we have Tolerance Tuesday, which is understanding the causes and nuances of mental illness and can help us get around the stigmas that surround them. So, Jesse,
Yeah,
you did this. You were the one planning for this part. So, would you like to talk about it?
I would. So basically, the idea around Tolerance Tuesday is that a lot of mental illnesses aren't really taught as well as they should be. Like a lot of them have outdated ways of talking about them and around them, which create these misconceptions in people's minds, which overall can lead to like an unhealthy mindset towards people with mental illnesses and also unhealthy mindset for people with mental illnesses. So there's a couple of myths I'd like to debunk before I start. Right, so one major misconception about mental disorders is that they are uncommon. But according to the CDC, 1 in 5 people suffer from mental illness, with less than half of those people getting help for it. Another myth is that mental illnesses always start when you're young, when in fact they can develop at any time in your life due to a stressful situation or a traumatic experience. And another misconception is that you can easily identify someone with a mental illness, which quite honestly you cannot. Like for the most part, you wouldn't even notice if they had a mental illness. So, one of the things we can do to help people with mental illnesses is educate them on common mental disorders, such as depression, anxiety, ADHD, OCD, and eating disorders. Like in fact, the CDC has a pretty good article on those, which I'll link below. And also just lend someone you know who's going through a tough time, just checking on them to make sure that they know they're not alone through all that.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Thank you, Jesse. And especially now since we're in quarantine, I mean, we did
yeah,
those the mental health episodes in the beginning, and I mean it still applies nowadays. So really just make sure to check in with your friends and right now, if you're a student, you kind of know the stress slightly from school.
yeah,
So
definitely.
I mean, yeah. So check in with your friends. That's like the top prior. That's like super important. And yeah.
I feel
Um,
like that reaching out really
mhm.
does segue pretty well into Reach Out Wednesday.
Yes, it does. It
Uh,
does. It does.
yeah,
It does. So reach out. So for Wednesday, we had designated as a reach out Wednesday, which is basically just reaching out to a family or a family member or a friend that you haven't spoken to for a while, and it's just to ask them how they're feeling, catch up with them, ask them about how their life is. Especially since you haven't seen them, and it's important that you spend time with people so that way people feel like they're not alone. And the most important way, if you can, is try to do it via a phone call or a FaceTime. So that way it feels like you're really there. Since humans are a
yeah,
social species, so interaction with other humans face to face. I mean, we can't do face to face, obviously, but
yeah.
like in
Mask
FaceTime
to
or
mask.
yeah, or you could do it 6 feet apart with a mask and
Yeah,
like catching up with people. It's really important as we are a social species, and we really do suffer when we aren't talking to others. Um,
yeah,
the next thing we were planning for was for Thursday, which was Thoughtful Thursday. Um, and thoughtfulness is defined as showing consideration for others and being considerate. And some ideas are that you should think twice about what you're saying so that you don't hurt someone else. Um, Texting your friends why you care about them, why you love them. So try to dig deep because just saying "Yo, I like your jokes," right? That's not that deep, and I mean it's a compliment, but you want to dig really deep as to saying Hey man, you always seem to make me smile. You have really funny jokes. Um, I don't know, you're a really nice
Yeah.
person, etc. Doing that kind of stuff really does make people's days. So we really do recommend digging deep. Um, Also trying to text people funny photos to help them get through the day. And if you are willing to, and your friend is willing to, talk to them so that they can vent about their day or what they're dealing with. As
Yeah.
giving, as it's important to get all your thoughts out there and kind of get them outside of you, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Um, and the final one is Friday, which is Fitness Friday, and it's just for it's both for when you're sitting down at your desk or at your bed, right? For when you're doing school,
Yeah.
as well as giving some of the important benefits of fitness. And so some
Yeah.
of the benefits of fitness are that it decreases feelings of fatigue after staring at a screen all day. Your mood benefits a lot from the intensity of physical activity, even though you might feel like your body's on fire. You really do feel better. You really do feel better about yourself after a hard workout. Exercise can help you sleep better and relax more. One example for me is whenever I don't bike, right, I always find it harder to sleep at night, and I always just like lay there, right? But when I do bike, and I do bike like at least 9 miles, right? Not that much, but it's
Mm.
still plenty. My I find it a lot easier to relax and just enjoy myself. Um, and some ideas for exercising are taking a walk or going for a run, as walking is calming and can take off your mind can take your mind off of stressful things, and regularly running reduces the risk of heart disease, high blood pressure, and diabetes. um, I have two links for room and desk exercises, so that way you can, so like in between your classes, you can just stand up and take some stretches, and I'll leave those in the description. And some, and you should also consider trying out some yoga, since it can decrease stress, relieve anxiety. It can improve your flexibility and balance, and it also improves your heart health. So there are multiple different types of yoga, but you should try to find the one that's best for you, as it does help you out a lot. And that's about it for the wellness week. Um, this is just going to be next week. So by the time we upload this, it'll be Mindfulness Monday. And
Yeah.
it's, if anything, this episode just to get some resources out and to uh, give you some ideas about how to talk to people, especially now since we're in quarantine for what I want to say
Almost half a year now.
half a year. I want to say half a year.
Yeah.
Yeah, that
I'm
sounds
reaching
right.
that.
Yeah, so like this is an especially stressful time. So, uh, trying out some of the trying out some of the things to trying out some of the resources we left down in the description could really help you. If not,
Yeah.
try talking to your friends, uh, as again, we are social species, so we need constant talking. And yeah, um, I mean, it's social interaction. I'm gonna, yeah. um, Jesse, do you think we have anything else?
Mental health is something that should be taken seriously, especially during this time, the time that all of us have not been in a situation where we've been cut off from society in a way.
Hmm.
So,
Yeah.
taking care of your mental health is more important than any ever.
Hmm. Yeah, and that's really the point we want to drive home. Um, just if there's anything to take away, please just take care of yourself and take care of your friends. And
Yeah.
that is it. Jesse, would you like to do the outro?
I would. So that was Redmond Radio today. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I'm Jesse. This is Gabe. I hope
Yeah.
you have a Redmond day.
Yeah. Have a Redmond day.
Take care of yourselves.
Yeah, exactly. That was
Yeah.
slightly more.
So drink water.
Yes, drink water. Very, very drink water. Yeah, we'll be back next week, hopefully, if we're not swamped with homework. Yeah.
Hopefully,
I,
fingers crossed.
fingers crossed. Have a good day, everyone, and goodbye. Bye bye.
Yep.
Bye. Jesse, you didn't say bye.
Bye.
The episode can't end if we don't both say bye.
Bye, guys. Farewell. Hasta la
Farewell. Okay.
vista.
Bye bye.
Enjoy.
Okay. Bye bye.